Thanks for listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast, or welcome to the PHNX Wildcats show. This is Ben White's favorite day. Shout out to OG's Brands, the official sponsor of Flavoring Fridays. We know how excited our good friend Ben White gets on these days. Head on over to ogsbrands.com to see their full lineup, including their newest gummies, the OG's Naturals, the Big OGs, and find out where you can purchase Fruits and the Creams Day. Jason Scheer, how are you doing?
Big day. Any day you start with fruits and creams, it's going to be a good day.
There is a lot to like about this show. We are going to talk a lot about Will Riley, a visitor that is going to be on campus that is very good. Now, you all out there, we cannot, until 2 o'clock, we cannot give you the name, but if you guys are able to put one and one together, because you're all smarter than me, you're going to be able to figure out who it is. It's a very, very big of a deal. But first, I have a Frank Caliendo story for you. So Jason Scheer and I will be up in Phoenix at the Section 7 talking with, hobnobbing with the coaches, seeing who Bruce Pascoe is, basically harassing. And guess what? So Frank Caliendo wants to go up. He wants to hang out with us. He wants to meet Jason Scheer. So he messages me and he says, "You think you can get me a credential?" Dude. So I messaged him back and I said, "You are Frank Caliendo." And he's like, "Can you just humor me and see if you can get me a credential?" So I emailed the guy, and within like 5 seconds, he responds back and he says, "Oh my gosh, yes, we can get Frank Caliendo and whoever wants to come as many credentials as they want." Frank, stop relying on the little people to get your information done. Scheer, he's very excited to meet you, though.
I'm excited to meet Frank. He's a real celebrity here, not me.
He is a real celebrity right here. So, all right, now let's get to Will Riley, and then we are going to get to, first of all, I got to talk about Illinois fans for a second. This is an interesting fan base that I've never come across before. Every time I tweet out something about Will Riley, I almost said Bill O'Reilly. Every time I tweet out something about Will Riley, I get a bunch of different Illinois fans that say, "Oh, he's going to Illinois. Why do you stop or keep reporting? Why do you keep reporting this? Move on to something else." Well, I'll tell you one thing. The Arizona coaching staff has certainly not been informed of this. This is Scheer's scoop right here. But Scheer, I'm going to allow you to say what you want to say. Unfortunately, I had no juice on this. This is all Jason Scheer.
All right, so here's the deal with Will Riley. On Wednesday night, there was a Zoom call with Tommy Lloyd. It probably would have been sooner, but the whole thing where Tommy was winning gold medals kind of got in the way of the Zoom meeting. Look, the general belief is that Illinois probably leads right now, right? Like, that's where the momentum is. Illinois feels pretty good about it. I am very, very confident in saying Will Riley has not committed anywhere yet. He has indicated to the schools involved that a decision would have come likely this weekend, and then he went out and he said he's deciding on the 23rd. A lot of times, and I'm not necessarily accusing Riley of doing that, but a lot of times the reason you do that is to kind of push up the price a little bit, right? See if you could create a bidding war. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but he indicated he was going to decide this weekend, and now he's announcing the 23rd. Look, he could still call these teams and commit and then just announce on the 23rd. It would leak by then. Illinois is probably in first right now. You never know. But again, Arizona's still recruiting him like it's in there.
But Arizona, I'm going to say this for Arizona. This is something that you need to keep in mind. First of all, Tommy Lloyd doesn't waste time with players that he doesn't think he's going to get. That is very, excuse me, I'm belching right now. That is a very important thing, all that girth. But that is this is terrible. But that is a very important thing that you need to keep in mind. And somebody told me this, and keep in mind, this is all Scheer's story. Scheer scooped me, very unhappy with Jason Scheer, but actually, no, I'm unhappy with the person that told you. Well, actually, no, I don't know. I don't know that person that told you. But he asked all the right questions. A lot of times, though, then somebody did tell me this. That wasn't who you told me. But a lot of times when you do these Zooms, coaches can generally find out really, really quickly, all right, is he serious? But when you're asking the questions about, okay, well, this guy's back. How am I going to fit in? Where would I go? What is all this? That is something that is very, very good when it comes to this. So Arizona believes that they are still very much in this, Jason Scheer.
Yeah, and I mean, look, and I'm sure Illinois feels great, and they have every right to feel great, and there's a chance they get him for sure. I'm not saying Arizona's the leader or anything like that, but it wasn't a fake Zoom call. Like there's been Zoom calls in the past where they'll hang up the phone and the coaches will turn to each other and be like, yeah, we're out.
Right.
That hasn't happened yet. Now, look, if Will Riley calls Arizona tomorrow and is like, yeah, I'm interested, but I'm going to need $100,000 more, it's not happening, right? Like, just it's, but they're in it until they're not. And I'm sure Kentucky's still recruiting them, and I'm sure other schools. And I'll say this, last I heard, Kentucky was the one losing some momentum because they want him to be 2025. That is not happening. The mom and Will Riley are adamant that he is 2024.
Yes, exactly. And again, we will find this one out. But I'm also very, very interested, though, as to why Illinois fans keep telling me that I can't talk about this issue. I've gotten this, I've gotten about 10 different people that have told me, stop talking about this issue, move on. Why? That's an interesting one. Why do you care what I talk about? Arizona believes they're in it. Guess what? This is an Arizona show. I'm going to report what Arizona believes. And guess what? By the way, we never said that he was coming to the U of A. We said that they believe they're in it. And the other thing, too, we got a pretty good track record here. We will talk about what we want to talk about, period. We will not stand down, period.
It's funny because on the Illinois board, like a couple of people were like, I hope they talk crap to Scheer when Riley comes to Illinois. It's like, I didn't say he's not going to Illinois. Like, I don't understand what you're so mad at.
But I will say this. If he comes to Arizona, we are going to be relentless.
Yeah,
absolutely relentless. So, for the sake of all the people in the good state of Illinois.
Look, I just figured after the Cliff Alexander thing, they'd be a little more careful.
Well, no, that was a very, very good one, by the way. And Orlando Antigua. I don't care about Orlando Antigua. That's the other thing that fascinates me about this. They're like, well, Scheer, I'll let you read the message board post that you sent a couple days ago about Orlando Antigua and Tommy Lloyd and the difference. And that one.
It was like, oh man, I got to find it. But it was really funny.
He was basically saying, why would he go to Arizona if Tommy Lloyd's the guy that he's in with when you have Orlando Antigua here? And, well, as Scheer said, and Scheer's very astute, Scheer said
there's a little bit of a difference here.
Well, one guy's the head coach and the other guy is a journeyman assistant. He is totally different, Jason Scheer.
By the way, since we're on the Illinois, we're gonna troll them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There was a very good post on the message board, kind of highlighting how much better Arizona's been than Illinois over the past decade or so.
Could probably go about probably last 4 decades.
Yeah, and it's like Illinois. This was the first year that Brad Underwood did any. It's not. It's weird. It's very weird. Their place in college basketball and all that. And look, they'll always have the win over Arizona. I get it.
But I also don't understand the thing with Illinois that's because, again, this isn't like something like Colorado fans where I just think that they're bizarre and weird. I just never really came across something where it was such a group of fans that are just telling you cannot talk about this. I can talk about this. I will continue to talk about this.
You know what I've noticed in this job, Mike, is I think Arizona has a passionate fan base. That's how I would describe Arizona's fan base, right?
Right.
There's fan bases that are just angry. Like Illinois, why Colorado fans come to mind. Why are you so mad?
Why are you so angry? I don't get it at all. Do not understand it. You know what they should do? They should take some fruits and creams.
Yes.
We have never seen Ben One White upset. This is true.
Never.
Yes, and a big reason why is the fruits and the creams. We can attest to this. Erica L. Day can attest to this as well. Oh, and by the way, Illinois fans, Illinois took a Final Four away from us, so they can still. All right, well, at the same time, if you want to go by that, and this is before Scheer came to Arizona, Arizona beat Illinois in the Elite Eight to go to the Final Four and then the national championship game. So, boom, take it. All right, now let's talk about a player, and this is on Scheer. Do not blame me on the board. I get beat up many, many times on the board for saying, oh, you overhyped something, even though I did not. Scheer is the one that said we could have talked about this today. Keep in mind, this is all Scheer's info, not my information. But we cannot put this name out, but you are all very, very smart people. You're much smarter than me, maybe not smarter than Scheer, but certainly smarter than Jacob Franklin. But I still think the question is, there is a very big time visitor that would also be a nice little nice little insurance policy, Jason Scheer. What say you, my friend?
Yeah, I can't come out and say it yet. There were some holdups. I know I told people on the board 24 hours. It was supposed to be 24 hours. There's a reason I'm keeping this one secret. But yeah, I mean, I always laugh when people say, like, there's a guy on the board that says, like, Tommy Lloyd is only focusing on one guy. Like, that's just not how recruiting has ever worked.
No.
You recruit multiple guys. Yeah, Arizona wants Will Riley, but there's other guys that you kind of shift to. You don't just say, Will Riley or we're done. That's very rare. They clearly want to add another guy if it fits in with what they want, and they're moving to that.
Yes, and this player is very, very good. This would not be the here's where I'm at with international players. Again, that's all you get. Nothing else. That's all you get. But here's where I'm at with international players. I generally don't. I take no immediate solace in that they're going to be able to do anything here initially. Now listen, maybe that changes, but with the Tommy gun, the results kind of speak for themselves with that. Maybe they turn out to be good, but you can look at it. Adama Ball turned out to be good elsewhere, obviously. Henry, Philly B, Paulius, Conrad, you're batting a lot of offers right there as far as immediate impacts. This kid is not an offer. I would feel very comfortable in saying, Jason Scheer, that this player would be very, very good. Very, very good.
I always look at it as upside and downside, right? Like when you add an international and you're looking for him to contribute right away, and you have to have him contribute or your team's not going to be very good. That's a big risk. If this guy comes in and he's not that good, you're cool. You still have a great roster. Right. If he comes in and he's really good, well, all of a sudden now your roster is elite.
Right.
And so to me, there's just really no downside. I've watched film on him. He's good. He could shoot, all that.
He's all over NBA radars. How about that?
Is he an immediate impact guy like I think Riley would be? We'll see. I don't know. And it's hard. Like we talked about international players. It's really hard to scout them. Like I've seen Will Riley play for a year. I watch YouTube.
But I will say there is something, I don't want to get into this and get in trouble, but I will say there is something that I was talking with our good friend John Brogan, and I said when it comes to Euros that are coming to college, I am now of this belief that I will side with one aspect of it. I cannot get into this though because I am not looking to get canceled. But the MNBA radar is on Dennis Walsh. By the way, everybody, again, for the 30th time, because I am going to mention it tonight on Twitter. The MNBA is a joke. I am mocking people that say the MNBA. I will continue to mock people that say the MNBA. So again, please do not think that I am being.
Is it over tonight? Does it end tonight?
Yeah, I think it does. Speaking of a good international, man, Luka Doncic really got eaten alive. Pardon the pun by Brian Windhorst.
These finals are a bad look for him.
Yes, exactly. Still accept Erica L. Day. This is very, very true. All right, T. Burns, the great T. Burns. All right, let's see here. This roster is already 8 deep, 9 if Henry emerges. Either of these guys are a bonus. I agree, but it also shows you. It also shows you too where Arizona is though in the grand scheme of the recruiting wars though. That Joson Sanon shoo. By the way, Joson Sanon's agent blocked me. I have never mentioned Joson Sanon's agent's name. I have never seen him, and he blocked me. But
yeah, they hate you. They absolutely hate you.
I mean, I don't.
A lot of people do, but that's who you are.
Yeah,
what do
man,
you do?
pick up one end of the stick, you pick up the other. Hey, you want to hear something funny? Jason Scheer called me one time, and amongst many times, and he says, I don't know that I've ever come across somebody that has the ability to get under people's skin without really saying much like you do. Joson Sanon's agent is Rich Carrillo. He is not. That is very, very interesting. But Rich Carrillo, that was fun. All right, but let's get back to some recruiting, because we do not like getting off topic on this show. On this show, we do one thing: we stay on topic. We never deviate. We go. Now, let's talk about some other players as well. Tounde is visiting. I expect Tounde. Arizona is going to make a huge push for a Tounde Yesufu commitment. I'm going to put Jason Scheer on the spot. And this isn't one of these crystal balls that they do at 24/7 where you can change it 9 times like Blair or Trujillo or whatever, and then claim you were right, or whatever his name is. Sorry, that was me saying that, not you. But at this time next month, is Tounde Yesufu an Arizona Wildcat? Nobody's watching, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think Arizona leads going to the visit. I'll say this one thing that makes me worried is he's been killing it this summer. Their schools, he's about to become, like Kentucky's all over him, and it's probably going to be Arizona, Kentucky. But I think Arizona's in a good spot. He's going to enjoy the visit. They've been recruiting him the longest by far. I actually thought he would be committed to Arizona by now. I think this is a very important weekend for his recruitment.
Right.
And I think Arizona will probably work a little bit to kind of narrow down his focus and have him not drag out this process a lot longer.
All right, Tony Clifton, the great Tony Clifton, came in late. Did we sign Riley? No, we did not sign Riley, but Arizona feels that they are very much in it. Illinois fans are freaking out because we are reporting about this. They do not want us reporting it. That's the other thing, Scheer. Let me ask you this about our Illinois friends. By the way, one guy actually changed his profile picture because I told him, I said, hey, dude, cut me with the Jersey Shore wannabe stuff. And he changed his profile picture because of that. But have you ever, if you know that a kid's going to your school, why do you care what anybody else is saying?
No, I want them to talk about him more because it makes it look better when he comes to your school.
I mean, I just don't get it. Oh, by the way, yes. Oh, by the way, Oregon just got a commitment from maybe the best name in all of college basketball.
Yeah,
Supreme Cook.
Supreme Cook. How does Oregon have so many roster spots?
I don't know, man. They do different stuff up there. Mike, let's talk about the hat. My hat. Jason Scheer, do you like this hat?
I love that hat. I don't understand.
All right, Stat Freak, I will not change for you. This will not happen. No. This, we've been very clear about the hat, and we'll get back to
maybe he just wants to talk about the hat, like he likes it and he wants to talk about it.
I think that he's been admiring from afar. My mother hates the hat. She thinks that this is a very, very good thing. What is let's see here. They didn't, but it would make me laugh. What did Erica Alday? I don't know what Erica Alday is referring to. But either way, Tounde Yesufu. Yes, he has been killing it. You know what's interesting about Tounde? And we watched him last year, and we both came away with the same thing. And generally, Scheer and I, do you think we generally agree on prospects? What, 65% of the time?
Yeah. All
right. We totally agreed on Tounde. We're like, yeah, I guess you offer him, but it does think that you do kind of wonder a little bit, what that upside is. But I guess he's found the one thing though that I will say though, Scheer, is that he's a very good athlete. That helps.
I like you. Look, the thing with Tounde,
you didn't like him last year as much. Don't try this.
Last year, though, we agreed, and we both said the same thing. If he develops a jumper, he's a completely different prospect. And I'm excited to see him next week. But I watched videos of the NBA Top 100 the other day, and he had a step back three. Like, if that's a part of his game now, he is, no brainer, right?
Right.
He's weird because of how he's built. He's built like Stanley. Like, he's not a tall guy. But
we're also not considering him though tall. Like, we're also not considering him though to be a top 3 prospect. I was not kidding around though when I did say that. What was it? I can't even remember now. Oh, real quick, people are mentioning the facial hair. Check this out. This is from 8 years ago, my friends. 8 years ago, Mike Luke. Look at you got to admit.
That's after I bailed out Mike from jail.
You got to admit, this is a heck of a mustache.
I think that's almost too much mustache.
Totri, can you grow a mustache like this? I see Totri in here. No, this is a very, very good mustache. All right, now, Koa Pete. All right, news on Koa Pete. Koa Pete was on campus yesterday. I believe that Arizona will be in this one until the very, very end. What say you, Jason Scheer?
Yeah. It's Arizona knows how much it's going to cost, and Arizona has been preparing for that cost for years now. Could it get outbid? Yeah, probably, but
right.
It is not going to be ill prepared. Really smart to get him on campus now. He's going to make. He's at Team USA. I think that starts tomorrow. He's going to make the team. He's going to be there for quite a bit. Smart move to get him on this summer.
All right, now let's talk about somebody else from Gilbert Perry. Gilbert Perry has a lot of very, very good basketball players. There is another one that is going to be a sophomore that we're going to be watching with Frank Caliendo, and his name is Bruce Branch. This is very interesting what's going on at Gilbert Perry. This has become a kind of a they're out prep schooling the prep schools, and they're not even a prep school, Scheer. You got 4 NBA guys, and let's be honest here. We're talking about Dylan being a possible NBA guy as well, which would be
lottery
pick. Which would be 5. But this kid's
we need Boise State fans to get on that one. I want to see the Boise State fan base be like, yeah, we know Dylan's a lottery pick. I'm glad the Arizona reporters know what they lost.
Yes, exactly. No, we do know what we lost. We do know what we lost, though, with him. But Bruce Branch, though, another guy that we're going to watch. He is very, very good. You can watch him for 5 seconds and be like, yeah, that's a kid that's probably going to be offered.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in person yet. I'm pretty pumped, especially because Koa won't be there, so he'll have to kind of increase his role, but he's supposed to be really good. Yeah, I mean, it is really cool. We talked about this the other day, but it's really cool when, hopefully he doesn't go the prep route.
Right.
I mean, I don't care. I'm not going to be like upset if he does, but it's just cool that Gilbert Perry kind of cycles players in.
Brock Purdy also from Gilbert Perry. I had forgotten about that. Also, now we're going to get back to recruiting here in a second, but we need to bring in the great Jacob Franklin for a second. Jacob Franklin, I actually need your help right here. Jacob Franklin, please. Oh, he just muted himself. He will not come in here. All right, chicken and pickle. Now, we were looking at possibly going to trivia night next week for chicken and pickle on Thursday, but guess who said that we would not be permitted to sit with him?
Yeah, Jacob basically gave us the middle finger. We were. I still think there's a possibility we walk in there, win the trivia contest, and then just walk out.
Right now with chicken and pickle. Oh, look, he's back! Come on in, dude. Just for a second. He yelled at me last time.
Saul is mid-story right now, and you're like trying to pull me on the screen.
Come on, chicken and pickle.
No.
Let's talk about chicken and pickle.
I'm working on it.
We need to get this figured out very, very quickly, Jacob Franklin. Are we invited to sit with you or not?
No.
I don't know. That's better than last time. That's better than last time. That's better than last time.
This is really, really tough, dude. This is, again, every now and then you think you have a friend, and then...
Honestly, Mike, I know when we're not welcome, and we're very clearly not welcome.
This is one of those ones. All right. So we will not go because Jacob Franklin will not let us sit with him.
Don't be those people.
Oh, by the way, very funny, Kip Bennett. Franklin is too tall for the camera. This is true.
This is what they're talking about, by the way.
Oh, this is trivia night. But you can head on over to chickenandpickle.com to see all the fun you can have at their Glendale location. We are not invited by Jacob Franklin to sit with him, so that situation remains fluid.
We're going to ask Tommy. You think Tommy's been to Chicken and Pickle yet?
I don't know, but that does
be good at chicken and pickle.
He loves pickleball, right?
Yeah, like that's his thing.
I mean,
let's see if he could take Max and I. Max and I are top tier.
No, it would be Max and me.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Jacob Franklin.
You want me on the show, then you got to stop.
Jacob's the man. He just won't let us sit with him. So anyways, we will thank you for the chicken and pickle. Take this off. We have already done our read. Okay. Now, Noel Mazzoni at Chandler Hamilton is awesome.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Big win for Chief on that one.
He's probably a good high school coordinator.
No, he's not. No. I was on to Noel Mazzoni from day one. The Mike the guard, Scheer the enforcer, and Franklin at center. I don't actually hate that one, to be honest with you. I do not hate that one. All right, now Gilbert Arenas. Let's talk Gilbert Arenas for Alijah Arenas here for a second. Let's talk about Alijah Arenas. He is he's been injured pretty much all spring. I did not know that. I looked like a fool on Scheer's message board, not knowing that. But Alijah Arenas, I think we should have a disclaimer read for Alijah Arenas, where
no, I feel like we talk about him and say nothing every time we do.
He could go anywhere. If he went to the if he tried to push his way into the NBA somehow I would not be surprised. If he went to Florida Community College, I would not be surprised. If he went to Arizona, I would not be surprised. If he went to Kentucky, I have no clue what to say about Alijah Arenas. None, Scheer. You're smarter than me. What say you?
Yeah, I need to see him. I haven't seen him ever, just videos. Right. Hopefully he's healthy, but he's supposed to do the USA basketball stuff as well. I don't know if he's healthy now, but yeah, he's I don't know. I don't have a good feel for his recruitment. No one I've talked to has a real good feel for his recruitment either.
No, I have no feel for it. I would love to be able to sit here and say he could go to the WNBA. That was very, very funny, Dennis Walsh. All right, we're gonna get to some Arizona football recruiting in a minute. But Scheer, who else are we gonna be looking at at Saturday, man? This is all you.
Oh, I haven't made my list yet. I'll have my list next week. There's gonna be a lot of younger players, Brayden Birdies.
Mm-hmm.
Who just came out and named it. He didn't name a top, but he talked about the schools recruiting him, which is pretty much everyone.
What I do like about what the Tommy Gun has done with all of these players, though, is that he's been on them very, very early. It wasn't do you think he learned from our Cody Williams discussion with him?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think
I think he did.
If Tommy ever wins a title, I would assume that we're the first two that he thinks.
Joking aside, do you think that basically here's how it went down. And Tommy Lloyd is an amazing coach, and he's going to be worth more than I could ever count. I am sitting here in my guest room, so that needs to be very well put. But Tommy Gunn basically told us that he's like, yeah, when we were asking him about Cody Williams, we're like, well, are you going to recruit him? And he's like, yeah, we're going to start recruiting him now. And basically, I'm not worried about getting into it late because, well, we can get players whenever we want. All of that stuff. He started offering kids a lot earlier after that. Scheer. Coincidence? I think not.
I think not. Do you remember what he said about Cody Williams? About having to see if him and Dylan liked each other?
Yeah, exactly. Well, evidently, I was going to say, is there a Gilbert Perry beef going on?
There could be.
Yes, exactly. But either way, if we had anything to do with Tommy Lloyd offering these kids early, it is a small price to pay for backing the A. That is where we were at. By the way, who is this behind Jacob Franklin in the studio? Jacob Franklin, is this Toe Tree behind you? All right. Well, is this Max Simpson? Oh, okay. All right. Now, Carter Bryant. Why has Carter Bryant not been seen practicing yet, Jason Scheer?
I don't know. I haven't really thought anything.
Do not worry about Carter Bryant. By the way, you should follow his father, Deshaun Bryant, on Twitter. He is fantastic. Really good dude. You look at the epitome of a guy that just gets life. And Deshaun Bryant is that dude. He is just, again, good dude, good righteous dude. We are very, very happy about that. But so to rehash, before we get into some Arizona football, and then we're going to hear from Erica all day as well. But Erica, it's going to be closer to about 11:15. But here's the deal. With Will Riley, he had a Zoom with the Wildcats on Wednesday. It went very, very well. Illinois, probably the leader, but Arizona still feels that they are very, very much in this one. We like hearing all of that. And then there is another player that would probably be the equivalent of a 5-star player?
Probably a 4-star. A measly 4-star.
Top 40 kid?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Top 40 kid that would be a very nice backup candidate who will be visiting here. We cannot name his name until 2. But if you're like Yodafo, how is it pronounced again? I actually do want to start pronouncing it right. Can you put it phonetically in there, Yodafo?
It's Yodafo.
Yodafo. Okay. Yodafo. From here on out, it will be Yodafo. Okay. But if you're a smart person like Yodafo, you can basically probably put 2 and 2 together, right? And you will get that. So either way, very, very big weekend and I will say this. No, both are not an option. I will say this, though. This is definitely a first to commit, because if he does want to commit, then Arizona would definitely take him. This is true, Jason Scheer.
Yeah, I don't think you can turn a guy down, but I don't know if he's intending to commit this weekend either.
Right. No clue. I'm just saying if he wanted to commit, they would not say no. Jason Gardner Jr.
Straight from the source. Sorry. Carter has been practicing and is doing very well.
Oh, nice. I would not listen. Carter Bryant, I just need a second year out of Carter Bryant. That is all I need. I need a second year out of Carter Bryant because I think he would be an All-American. And I think he would make your guys' rankings look very silly, Jason Scheer.
Well, I like no, don't do that to me. I like Carter. I'm Team Carter. I was Team Carter. I knew about Carter before you knew about Carter.
Let me ask you this. Where would you put Carter Bryant if it was up to Jason Scheer? Where
top
would
10.
you?
He's a top 10 prospect to me. Is he a top 10 player right now? I don't know. But when we saw Carter a year ago, actually, at the Section 7, and things are clicking for him,
right?
He's a beast.
Oh, he's an animal. And I do like his father does not like my comparison of his game at all.
And I will say this, too, that I don't know if people realize it. Elite passer.
Oh, an amazing passer.
Right.
He had a wraparound pass last year where he just kind of caught the ball. He's got those really big Michael Jordan hands, and he just kind of like wrapped it around like 3 people, and it was very, very good. Yodafo, he does hate the Tatum comp. Hey, Scheer, let me ask you this, though, since Deshaun isn't here to chastise me about this. Do you like the comparison?
It's not bad. Yeah. I think what he was saying is he doesn't like comparisons in general.
Yeah, I get it.
He wants Carter to be Carter. He doesn't want
this.
When you start saying, oh, he's Jason Tatum, then all of a sudden people think Michael Luke is comparing him to Jason Tatum. And then when he plays, people are like, he's not as good as Jason Tatum. And you know what I mean, right?
There is
like Deshaun has a really good perspective about everything.
Well, because you got to remember, I mean, he played. His brother was a McDonald's All-American. He's just got a very good perspective just on things in general. Very, very much like him as well.
He did hate that comp, though.
Dude, man, that was at all. And it was wild. And I messaged him, and I was like, I'm very sorry to offend a man of your size. That is a Dumb and Dumber quote. And he responded back. He's like, anything. I've gotten that a bunch of times. But
look at if we have a comparison. We do not. We haven't gotten there.
Put it Jason Tatum and then quote me. Mike Luke, Arizona Wildcat moderator. By the way, have I not made your job much, much easier now as a mod?
You mean more difficult?
Oh, no. Scheer fired me the first time from being a mod because I would just take all these weird things that I thought were funny, like KO articles, and just
just pin random stuff.
Right, exactly. And I would just pin random stuff. But I'm not doing that now.
No, you've been good. You've been good. Proud of you.
4 or 5 years later, I've become far more mature. This is very true. Okay.
Where are you? Do you have a hotel for set? Have you booked a hotel yet?
Oh, I do have a hotel. Here is Mike Luke being cool for the weekend.
I think people need to realize, because the only reason I ask is because a lot of times what will happen is like Mike would call me next Wednesday and be like, hey, I'm staying with you.
Yeah. Oh no, I thought you were talking about next weekend. Oh no.
Yeah,
no, I'll just stay with a friend. I'll stay with a friend. But this weekend, though, guess what it is for Mike Luke?
Your birthday?
Oh no. That's December 21st. I am going on date weekend to Star Pass, my friends, the full enchilada. And
I will be tonight. I'm going out tonight as well.
Really?
That's big news. I'm going to the Margarita Championships.
Where's this at?
Westward Look.
Oh, nice. Oh, thanks for telling Shelby to get me tickets. Appreciate it.
Well, no, we just got tickets last night. It was a late favor.
When I am at Star Pass, sitting by the pool and then getting a massage and sipping some Jedfish rosé.
Daiquiris.
Right. That was, yes, I will tell Jason Scheer he wishes that he was here with me.
Shelby has a friend that moved to Seattle, and I tried to convince her last night to ask him if it was rainy and smelly, but she wouldn't do it.
Oh, no, I know. But, by the way, I wanted to address that really quickly. The smelly, rainy Seattle shirts, there's going to be a second batch that's going to come out. We didn't promote it well enough. You got to remember, we got to sell 20 of these or 21 of them to be able to flip a profit for the U of A. And so, if people, you got to hop in there if you want to do that. Brian Blackmore, very nice message from Brian Blackmore. Very much appreciate the kind words from a very, very astute personality, Brian Blackmore. Okay, now let's talk some Arizona football, and then we will hear from Erica L. Day because she had a lot going on. All right, but first, Arizona football. We have a running back. He is touchdown, Yarbrough. I like him. We need to get him.
Yeah, this is a really nice visit weekend for Arizona. None is as highly ranked, I believe, as Wesley Yarborough.
Correct.
Good. I mean, he's legit. Look, Alonzo Carter has a type that he wants in this class. Yarborough's 5'10", 200 pounds, room to grow. This is a guy that has Big 12 offers. This is a big deal. It wouldn't surprise me if they push a little bit for a commitment. He's one of their top targets in this class.
He is definitely one of their top targets. I have no doubt. Now, here's how this also works. I've got a call from one of my sources who is very in the know. Arizona has 2 silent commits. Do not know who they are. This is more of a Jason Scheer thing, but Arizona has 2 silent commits, and he likes both of them.
Yeah, I mean, well, one of them we've kind of said like Josh Tuchek is visiting. We've said before Arizona leads for him. I think they push for a commitment.
Wasn't that the name of the football recruiting coordinator here like 15 years ago?
That's Matt Dudek.
Oh, what did it?
This is Josh Tuchek. Same thing.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, I mean, that it would have surprised me if they kind of push a little bit for him. Caleb Jones, defensive lineman, in-state kid. I think Arizona probably pushes a little bit for him.
Mountain Point, like him.
Yeah, Wesley Yarbrough is another one to keep an eye on. And there might be, Sean Robinson. I think Arizona's going to push a little. This should be a successful weekend. Hopefully a public successful weekend.
Let me ask you this. Call your shot right now. Who are the 2 silent commits? Call your shot.
I don't know. I'm not. If they were silent, why would I do that? You mean who do I think has a good chance of committing? Let's just put the number at 2. Yeah. I don't want to tell you. Let's put the number at 2.5. Right? Over under 2.5 commits.
Okay, over 2.5 commits. I'm going to say there's 2. I'm going to go with the devil that I know, and guess what? If the devil that I don't know shows up at the door knocking, I will answer the door.
You're so wise.
No, I am. Every now and then, Mom tells me I'm smart, and it makes me very happy. But yeah, don't answer his question. Kip Bennett sends very mean messages to me. He said the other day that I don't know what I'm talking about, and he's right. But still,
typical Kip.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay, Kip. But now with Arizona, though, I did want to talk about another thing that I think is going to be interesting: in-state recruiting. Now, Arizona is exploding with talent. It just is. There's no way around it. By the way, I expect a Sal Point kid to be offered here shortly. That's another little thing for you as well. But Arizona is just exploding with talent. Is there any way that we can make this one happen, Scheer, that Arizona can actually pull, let's just say 20% of good players from the Valley?
It's tough because the top 10 guys are always going to leave the state. Even this year, look, Kenny Dillingham, your boy, Kenny Dillingham,
right,
hired a staff that is very clearly meant to recruit this within
my boy, your boy too. Screw you. You also very much.
I'm just saying, right? Very clearly meant to recruit within the state.
Right.
Right. And there's guys and they could very well, it could change. I'm looking up the in-state rankings right now, right? Just so I can kind of have it. And you look up the Arizona rankings, Cooper Perry, Oregon, Logan Powell, Wisconsin, Cree Thomas, Notre Dame. It's ASU has their highest commit in-state is 6.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Because the top 5 guys are almost never going to stay at home.
Oh, by the way, Kip Bennett. Yes. Kip Bennett says, I understand you, Mike. That is why I mess. I very much appreciate it. Listen, people, you need to understand something. Anybody that talks crap to me, they're probably right. I mean, outside of Colorado fans and maybe smelly, rainy Seattle fans, but that's pretty much it. Or Jacob Franklin, maybe. But when it comes to, let's talk. Oh, by the way, Jacob Franklin got upset with me, and deservedly so, yesterday. Did I tell you about this?
Deserve it. That's fake news.
No. This is very true. I downloaded the wrong thing, and that made Jacob Franklin's life more difficult. I apologize to Jacob Franklin. I felt very, very bad about that one. Okay, AZ Wildcat fan. Can Jason confirm he still has 0 Sun Devils on his first team All Big 12? Feels like that is something we should reconfirm every episode. Yes, because there is none. I don't know who you put on.
No, The only argument you could have made is if they went position on offensive line, like guard, center, tackle. There's ASU center would probably have gotten. Prince Dorba, I think, will probably get some votes, but there's nobody else. I was talking to a buddy of mine, shout out Blake, and he thinks
Blake from Blake Keithley from Bakersfield.
Yeah, my guy Blake.
Bakersfield. Bleh.
Oh, come on. And he made a good point. He said that he thinks Big 12 media is gonna go with tradition and not be surprised if certain guys miss it. Like don't be surprised if Tacario's not on that preseason all Big 12.
Right. Yeah, but
because they haven't seen Tacario.
Well, I mean, but that also, I don't buy that excuse for a second. You haven't seen.
Because look,
you haven't seen Jacob Manu. He's probably going to be on the all-conference.
Manu's probably going to. I think T-Mac is the only lock. I do. I really do. I think Manu probably gets it, but like the Kansas cornerbacks are going to make it. Right. Both of them could make it. Jeremiah Cooper from Iowa State's going to make it, and then all you need is one more, and Tacario's out.
Yeah, but again, I don't get it. That was one because here's the thing. By the way, dude, Phil Steele magazine, is that out yet?
Yeah, it came out today, I think.
Right. Exactly. The Phil Steele magazine is amazing. That thing is literally like a dictionary. I don't know if any of it's true, but it's definitely. I also don't know how you can have a preseason magazine at this point.
Trying to think. I wrote for one. It wasn't Phil Steele. I wrote, believe it or not, I wrote for Lindy's.
Oh, for Tony Gimino.
Yeah, I wrote for Lindy's. I wrote years ago. I did the Pac-12, Mountain West, and there's another one, basketball preview. Those are a lot of work. That's not easy to do those things.
By the way, we just found out.
Yeah.
Our good friend Tony Gimino on the show lives next door, or not next door, but
no exaggeration, like 3 streets over.
Yeah. So when are you guys will hang out and not invite me sometime?
Yeah, I when we were driving in the neighborhood last night, I yelled out Gimino to see if he would come out of his house.
You should yell out Gimino sucks and then throw some eggs at him.
I am. Done deal.
Exactly. All right, we got Erica L. Day coming in here in a second. But yes, one day we should know a lot about football. Wanted to tell you about how many recruits are we taking in the 2025 class. Nobody knows Marcelo Martinez. But for basketball, I can see it being 4 or 5. And high school kids at that, Jason Scheer.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a high school heavy class, to be honest. Right. Look, if they could land Burries, Tounde, Koa, Hudson Greer, a guard, that's going to be a high school heavy class, I think.
All right. Now let's add the great. And when I say great, sometimes great isn't a strong enough word. The great Erica L. Day. Erica L. Day, I am letting you join the chat. Hello, Erica L. Day.
Hey, squad.
All right. First of all, got to give you a lot of credit. There's not many people, and I told you this on the phone, that Jason Scheer is allowing his daughters to go up to Phoenix with and back. Salute emoji, tip of the cap, everything.
I'm kind of sad that Aurora didn't want to come. I'm going to drag her in August.
Scheer, can you make this happen?
Yeah, as long as she's going to have dance, we're good.
Against her will.
All right. Now.
Get rid of both the kids.
We need to talk about this a little bit because we want to give Erica some kudos because Erica has done a very, very nice job. Erica is fantastic. But first, you have met Ben One White, Erica L. Day. This is true.
I surely have. And I'll just answer the question before you ask it. He enjoys the creams.
More interesting because he brought up OG, generally brings up OGs around the people. He does. I mean, he didn't even know Erica L. Day and he brought up OGs.
Right. This is correct.
This is correct. Scheer, you can attest to this as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben is an OG bringing up OGs.
He brings up the fruits and the creams nonstop. That is why he is such a prominent part of this, Ben One White. But to learn more about OGs, and you might find Ben One White there as well, gummies and where you can find them, head on over to ogsbrands.com. Must be 21 years or up to enjoy responsibly. Erica L. Day, we have confirmed that Ben One White is over the age of 21 and he does enjoy OGs, fruits, and the creams.
This is true. It was one of the first things he said to me in Vegas.
Yes, exactly. We kid you not. This guy is very, very big, very, very good. All right. Now, I got to give you a lot of credit here. Now, I like giving Erica a lot of grief about not being able to find the bathroom and stuff like that. But the job you have done with the Mercury, and I'll be honest with you here. I'll probably get me in trouble. I don't care. I have very little interest in women's basketball, but I very much like watching your show because of the energy you bring, because of just kind of the community you have. Erica, it has been very impressive to watch and to see how you have grown in this 3 months to being, I believe, the most prominent women's basketball Twitterer out there, honestly, in Arizona. Unless I'm missing something. Am I missing something, Scheer?
No, that is 100% accurate. Well, I'll be blunt. Erica's the only person I learned about women's basketball from.
I mean, honestly, that's a pretty cool thing there, Erica Alday, what you've been able to do in such a short amount of time. You're very naturally talented, Erica.
Thanks, Mike. Mike, I don't think I've ever heard you be this nice about anyone before.
No, but I mean it, though. So, yeah, because I like talking smack about people because basically when you grow up being picked on your whole life to this point like I do, you want to talk smack back. But like I said, I got to give you a lot of credit. Everything you do with that channel is fantastic. And I can also say as well that Scheer's daughter, No Holds Bar, said that you were the one that really made the time for her. Things like that really, forget sports for a second. Things like that really matter.
Yeah, Bree was pumped last night. Woke up, went to bed at 12:30. Finally turned to me and said, "I'm tired." And I said, "I would hope so." Being with Erica is exhausting, but in a good way.
Yes, exactly. And the other thing too about Erica that you we're in very deep talks about me producing the PHNX Mercury show.
That's such a bad idea. I love it.
Oh no, it is. Oh, it's great. But also, Totri, Erica, also the inventor of the MNBA. This is true. This is true.
Yes.
But the other thing I got to give Erica Alday a lot of credit for is the way you drive content here is incredible. You go on all the Discords. I don't know if you're like on the Diamondbacks or something. I don't know about that.
No, I am. I surely am in there, actually.
You are, like I said, you have done just an amazing job. You come in and because I know nothing about Discord. I suck at all that kind of stuff. I am basically a 38-year-old man living in a 98-year-old brain. And so I need people like Erica Alday to be able to help me. She does a great job with that. She also goes in the Sun Devils chat and hangs out with Totri during the shows. And Scheer, she's done some writing for you as well.
Look, I'll just say this.
Go ahead.
24/7 didn't cover women's basketball. Then Erica came along, and we now have a national writer that has decided to cover women's basketball. Just posted an article on one of the top players in the state in Arizona.
What Scheer's saying is that I move the needle.
Yeah. No one even mentioned women's basketball. We literally have an article on women's basketball on our front page. Recruiting.
No, you do. I'm telling you, Erica. And the other thing that we like about Erica, we're going to turn this into an Erica love fest because Erica absolutely agrees with it. Or Erica agrees with it. Erica deserves
everything we're saying.
Erica's, no, but Erica also, yes, this is the absolute best way of putting it. Erica just brings good energy. Nobody ever hangs out around Erica Alday and they're like, man, that sucked. Like Erica brings really, really good energy. And again, just privileged to know you. Privileged to be able to watch you grow. And like I told you, remember the little people when you're national.
There is one negative to Erica last night. I was a little disappointed. Brielle was hungry. She came in. She had food. It was not from Del Taco. It was from Taco Bell.
Listen,
Is this true?
So just a little, I got lost and Bree can attest to this, at the cost of Apple Maps and then Google Maps 2 times. It took me down a way that I've never been to leave the arena. Like it took me to the 17. What business do I have being on the 17 to come back to Tucson? 0 is the answer. Okay. And then it takes me to a McDonald's. It takes me to a McDonald's inside of a freaking Walmart. And I'm sorry, but it's 11 o'clock at night and I have an 11-year-old. I'm not taking her into the freaking Walmart so that we can get a Happy Meal. Like, what the frick? I was so angry. So I was like, Brielle.
You just said you have an 11-year-old.
I had Brielle with me. And so I was trying to feed both of us. Bree is like mad because I haven't eaten all day. She's like, my mom would kill you if she knew you hadn't eaten anything all day. I'm like, Bree, I know. I'm trying. Okay. There's no McDonald's. Like, I'm doing everything.
You know where you should have gone? You should have hung out with Totri at the Waffle House. Oh, by the way, I get this all the time. This is actually something. Generally, I was genetically not blessed with much, but I will say this. I get this all the time from people. I am going to brag about myself. 38, I thought you were 28. Everybody thinks I'm much younger than I am. I will take that. I will.
Yeah, and everybody thinks I'm much older than I am.
Scheer and I are only separated by like 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, so we will.
Mike isn't married. I'm married.
Yeah.
Mike wasn't around.
Don't make excuses. No excuses.
I have kids. Mike doesn't have kids, and so once you get married and have kids, you start aging real fast.
All right. Well, either way, the beard will be coming back. Yes, the beard will be coming back. All right. But Erica L. Day, though, what do you have? What's going on next week, though?
Oh, actually, I'm pretty sure that there is actually, I'm not pretty sure. I'm 100% certain that there is a PHNX Mercury show on Monday at 6:00, and I expect all of you to be in the chat. But then there also will be another show on Wednesday. Is, to my knowledge, the housekeeping update that I should be giving is that it is going to be on Wednesday, not Thursday. And that's about it. Oh, but the Mercury does play the Storm on Sunday. So if you're not doing anything and you find yourself in Phoenix doing nothing, you might as well just stop by the Footprint Center and say hi to me, because it's going to be a grand old time. And the Phoenix Mercury are going to come out with a vengeance after losing to the Aces yesterday.
By the way, you know what Erica L. Day does not like about me, though? Amongst many things.
What do I not like, Mike?
Your gas?
You do not. Oh, my gas? No. By the way, are you to hang out with us in Phoenix next weekend? You should. You should come with us.
I'll have to look at my Google Calendar, Michael.
Okay. But Erica L. Day does not like any of my facial hair.
Yeah. I see Toadtree in the chat telling him to grow the beard. Please, God, no. Like, I'm begging.
Fine. The beard's fine. That mustache cannot.
I'd actually rather have the mustache than the beard. At least the mustache is hilarious. Yes, the mustache is funny.
Okay, so you're at the point now where you say, look at Erica L. Day. If this man came up to you at a bar and said, let me buy you a drink, you're saying yes so I can play with your mustache.
Only if he lets me call him the Lorax all night long.
The mustache, I think, is really good. But can we bring Jacob Franklin back in for one more second? Jacob Franklin, before we sign off, please, just one more second.
Going up to recruits with that stash and being like, can I interview you?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Jacob Franklin,
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have this negotiated. We are in negotiations for me to possibly
live negotiation.
These are live negotiations for me to be able to produce the PHNX Mercury show. This is true.
Yeah, but did you see Saul's message?
That I wasn't up at the takeover?
You didn't go to the takeover.
Oh, yeah. Well, I also.
To be fair, though, Jacob, you didn't either.
And what's my job description, Erica?
Also, but
takeover goer.
Remember this, though, Jacob Franklin. I was also, and Erica L. Day can attest to this. I was in constant communication with Erica L. Day all day.
He certainly was.
Let's put this in the universe. Erica, how long were you in the office yesterday?
7 minutes.
No, it was longer than that. Did you once come to my door to say hello?
The blisters on my ankles attest to otherwise. I had places to be, Jacob.
Well, she's also given bad advice.
Listen. Hold on. Actually, in my defense, you know what? No. I always see Mike harass you on this show. So I think I see you in there. I see you working hard, Jacob. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to bother that man like my good friend Mike Luke does. Why would I do that?
Toadtree. Yeah.
Special guest.
This is a party. This is just like
Toadtree.
A party.
I don't like Mike around my kids. So that's the real reason.
Yes, exactly. Toadtree, what are you doing?
What's up, guys? I was watching you guys, and then I heard Jacob over here yelling at you.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
Toadtree, you agree with this? You agree that I should be allowed to start producing the PHNX Mercury shows. This is true, Toadtree.
I mean, you got to start somewhere. Yeah, absolutely. I'm on Team Luke here.
Yep, Jacob Franklin, you have been outvoted. There are 4 people here. Four.
He doesn't know how to hear him.
Mike, he can't hear you at all.
Well, either way, that's when is Jacob? All right, thanks, Toadtree. But you agree, Jacob Franklin, you've been outvoted now 4-1. 4-1, my friend. I will start producing.
You gotta go to takeover, and then you can do it.
When is my start date? That's the big question.
Our takeover is in August. We
recircle back to this next year.
Next year? Jacob Franklin.
Boo.
Yeah, boo.
Mike, you put up the wrong audio yesterday, buddy.
Well, but again,
Mike, hold strong, Mike. Don't let him push you around.
1,000 times though.
So
Saul
we have a
Bookman.
problem.
Yes, I am going to start producing.
He wants to produce Mercury.
I want to produce Mercury.
Sorry, but you can't produce the show that you're not supporting by not coming to the takeover, buddy.
Oh, I was on constant contact with Erica L. Day the entire time, providing her emotional support.
That's really cool. That's really cool. You know what matters more to people is that they see you.
No, Erica L. Day said she wanted me working behind the scenes, Saul Bookman.
Well, I'm sorry, Mike. Those are the rules. So
these are the
I start next
rules that I start next week then. I start next week.
Why?
Is the PHNX Mercury producer.
He didn't say what. He said why.
What's that?
I said you have to come to a takeover first.
When is the next takeover?
It's in
August.
We'll all go.
And Mike, Sab is going to be there. Sab is there.
Oh, Sab.
Listen, Mike.
We went over this the other day.
Sometimes you have to be a man of the people, man. Listen, I hung out with the coolest 11-year-old kid yesterday. She was dope as hell. That's not part of my job description, but it was fun. Right. You got to do what's good for the team, Mike.
But I also have to do what's best for Erica L. Day, and she said she needed me behind the scenes.
God.
Okay. Are we going to play role play here?
I know. I'm just saying, Erica L. Day, this is true. You did say you wanted me behind the scenes. This is true.
I did say this, yes.
Yes.
I am never a liar.
I've never sat here and said, like, you know, what's the title and the role of people, but I will use it in this case. If you want to produce, you got to come to a takeover, buddy. You got to support the Mercury Pod, not from behind the scenes.
But I can't wait until
the people want to see Mike Luke.
But I can't wait until August. Then there must be something I can do.
I'm sorry, bud. Everybody has to make a sacrifice, bud. That's just
there was something, Mike. You could have. We were going to go to the Chicken and Pickle, but Jacob wouldn't allow us.
Jacob wouldn't let us sit with him at Chicken and Pickle.
Why?
Hey, ask Jacob Franklin that.
Hey, ask Jacob.
Ask Jacob that. We've been talking about this all week.
I can't hear it. Wait, Jacob, are you my boss? There we go. I think that answers that. Go to the takeover, Mike, and then you can produce. There you go. So there's your golden ticket.
If I go to Chicken and Pickle next week, can I produce then?
Am I speaking a foreign language to you right now?
What if he goes to the Chicken and Pickle and he answers Mercury trivia questions correctly?
Yeah, how about that? If I go to Chicken and Pickle and I win the Mercury stuff, then yes.
No. You want to be on the Mercury Pod to produce, then you have to go to a takeover because you will be essentially a part of that show. And all members of all shows must go to every takeover.
Was who it was who are the
Bye, Mike.
All right. Yes. So we start next week then, Jacob Franklin.
This is not at all what was just said.
All right. On that note,
I'm excited for your first produced show next week. I'll be tuning in, Mike.
We will be tuning in. Orlando and Tigra would have produced it by now. This is very true. All right. Jacob Franklin, you are dismissed. I am going to be talking with Totri here in just a second. Thank you very much, though, Jacob Franklin. All right. Now, Eric L. Day, Jason Scheer, give yourself the kudos and tell people where they can find you doing your stuff.
Go for it, Erica.
You can follow me on Twitter at Erica Lee Day, and that's Erica spelled with a K. And if you're not on Wildcat Authority watching out for some articles, I suggest you do that. I know I've been busy with Merc stuff, but things are happening in Arizona land, and I haven't forgotten about you guys. So stuff's coming.
Yep. Appreciate you. Jason Scheer, where can they find you?
WildcatAuthority.com. Going to be a busy weekend. We'll have some news tonight. That player's flight got delayed again. So it's not happening at 2:00. I'm pushing for it though. But
all right,
we'll have news. We'll have news.
All right, now I don't understand how this. Before we sign off, I don't understand how this thing works. Can you guys see the viewers at the top of the screen? Jacob Franklin has pushed this on me, and I do not like it. It says there's 505 viewers. I do not like this. It confuses me entirely because it says there's 340 on Twitter, which don't count somehow, but there's 170 now on YouTube. I do not get this, but either way. But on that note, I will be at Star Pass this weekend. So if you were looking for me, I might be doing some pretty cool stuff. But appreciate you all. You guys are all fantastic. Very much appreciate you. For the great Eric L. Day, on a serious note, we are very proud of you. Keep doing it. And remember the little people here in Tucson when you go national. Remember this. That's what we like to hear. For the great Erica L. Day, for Jason Scheer, I am merely Mike Luke. Very much appreciate you all. You are fantastic. And again, a big shout out to Erica as well. You have been listening to the PHNX Wildcats podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.